PS5, the stick boy, has been in my house for about a month now. I'll be brief, I've got it since launch. It's been over a month now. And I did a little unboxing and first impression video of the console, and I put a little link to it there so you guys can check it out. We're almost at 100 views from when I'm recording, so please get that to a little over 100. If we can beat 150, that'll be awesome. Okay, so what I'm going to do is today we're going to look at two things that I didn't really touch on much on the console, and that is the SSD of the machine and also the DualSense controller. And we're looking at the haptic feedbacks of the controller as well as the resistive triggers, which only 2 games at the moment support this. But regardless, I think it's probably one of the only things that make this truly different to the PS4, because at the moment a first gen early PS5 is not that much different to a late PS4. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I know I normally put that at the end of the video, but today I'm going to do it at the beginning because I kind of want subscribers. Also, watch my other video, it's there. Okay, so personally I'm a fan of like technical specs, but I didn't really focus it on my other videos. So I'm going to have a bit of details just here about the SSD and compare it to the PlayStation 4's SSD. So the PlayStation 4 had a regular laptop drive 2.5-inch SATA, and it had a read speed of 75.2 megabytes per second and a write speed of 73.6 megabytes per second. So yeah, it's pretty normal for a hard drive. Now the SSD in this thing right here, we're looking at a raw throughput of 5.5 gigabytes per second, both read and write. So I don't know, I haven't really done the maths yet, but I'm going to basically explain how much faster that is just over here. It's kind of weird because I can't actually find an NVMe SSD that is as fast or faster than this machine, and it's kind of hard. I've been looking, but the fastest one I could find for like a PC is like the Samsung Evo 970 Pro, which has a read-write speed of about 2.7 gigabytes per second. If I'm wrong, I can't remember, but yeah, that's about half of what this thing can do. So again, it just goes into the whole, how did they make this thing so cheap at 360 pounds without the disk drive? So look, I'm not gonna lie to you, I know you guys don't really care about the specs and the numbers. It's there if you want to look at it, but I'm actually going to practically show you what that means in terms of speed. We're going to test out a couple of games that you would know, probably games that you would have tested, and see how much quicker it is on this thing compared to the old thing. So I know the boys are going to appreciate me for this one, because everyone knows, oh my god, this game here, oh lord, everyone knows how long it's been, how long it takes for this game to load up. Okay, if we're trying to load up a heist, okay, me and my boys, we know that we play this game, we can go make a cup of tea, have some cereal, and it's still gonna be loading. Okay, so this game has been completely updated. I've loaded my latest save file. We're gonna go straight into the single player, so that way there's no confusion about joining online lobbies. We're gonna see just how quickly this thing loads up, or how slowly, because this is on a PS4. I actually held this in a while, so yeah, let's run this. Okay, we're gonna start the timer in 3, 2, 1. What do I do in the meantime? Oh, it's gonna be a while. Should start a timer, like an actual timer, like that. Oh, vigorous. Oh. Okay. We'll have to do that again. Okay, cool. That's that. I'm gonna have to do that again with a timer, but you're gonna see the timer somewhere on the screen. So that was how long it took for me to go from menu pressing X into the game. Okay, so now we're gonna try it on the PS5. Okay, so now let's test it on a PS5. Now, bear in mind, this is not a PS5 enhanced game like Call of Duty Call of Duty Black Ops is or Miles Morales is, right? This actually says PS4 right next to the title, which means that this is a PS5 emulating a PS4. So there is no PS5 SSD boost or anything like that. So there will still be a bit of a load time, but let's actually compare how long this actually will be. I have done this test before, but it is a lot quicker. But I didn't need to spoil that for you, did I? But yeah, so let's try that. I got my stopwatch ready, and I'm going to try to go as soon as I press X. It should load up, and then we should see how long it takes for us to go into single player mode. Okay. Okay, so we're trying to beat 2 minutes 11 seconds. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Oh, 1 second. 3, 2, 1. Literally, what I used to do on the PS3, for GTA 4, because I knew exactly how many times you have to press the D. Okay, that was 50 seconds. 50 seconds. So over a minute faster. Over a minute faster. That was actually, wow. I mean, I remembered it was fast, but I did the test like a month ago. I didn't know it was this fast. Okay, so yeah, 50 seconds on the PS5. Okay, so this one's going to be a bit more of a better example because this is actually a comparison between a PS4 game and a PS5 game instead of a PS4 game on a PS4 game and being emulated on a PS5. This took me a while to get that right. But yeah, so I'm going to run this and just see how long it takes. It probably won't be as long as GTA, but make sure everything's recording. And okay, so 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. So this is on me pressing X, yeah? Okay, so when the menus come, I'm just going to just mash X and see if that will get me to where I need to be. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Cool. Trying to make it fair here. I'm really trying to make it fair here. You know what? This actually might be longer than GTA. But if I'm going into a menu, but still, you know, from someone that's playing Miles Morales for the last month. Okay, cool. 1 minute 39. Let's go 1 more. Let's go 1 minute 40 because I was a little bit off. But yeah, that is that. So now let's try it on the PS5. I'm gonna try the PS4 version remastered. Sorry, I don't have the remastered version. The PS4 version on the PS5, and then the Miles Morales game because it's essentially the same map and the same everything. So yeah. Okay, now again, Spider-Man on the PS4, but being emulated through a PS5. And yeah, so like I said, when it comes to the menus, I'm gonna mash X and try and get as close to what we had as possible. We're trying to beat 1 minute 38, okay? Give or take a couple of seconds because I'm kind of slow. But yeah, 3, 2, make sure everything's recording. Yep, 3, 2, 1. So keep mashing it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Trying to beat 1 minute 38. Trying to beat 1 minute 38. Oh! 45 seconds, give or take a second. 45 seconds. So again, this one's a little under a whole minute faster. Okay, this was the same save, same everything else. So yeah, proof's in the pudding, mate. Okay, so yeah. Now let's talk about the DualShock controller. Alright, so I've turned off the volume of my TV and the volume of the speaker of the controller, and essentially all you are hearing now is what my microphone is picking up of my controller just through the vibrations. As you can see, as you can hear actually while I go on the different surfaces, you can hear the different sounds that the controller is making through haptic feedback. It's almost as if it's creating the frequency of that sound, almost. Especially if I walk into these different levels, you can hear a difference. And when I throw this, you'll hear some coins. And literally, you can see it's a bit more intense, where as I'm walking, it's a bit more light. If we move to this beach area, you'll be able to hear, as soon as I go onto the sand, you'll hear that it sounds a bit more gravelly. And when I go into the water, it's a bit more, it's a little less gravelly, but you can still hear like a hybrid of both the splashy noise and the gravelly noise. That was kind of cool. I mean, I didn't intend for that to happen, but it happened anyway. Because my man Astro's a bad man, he's going to walk into this sandstorm, and you'll be able to hear just how more gravelly it sounds. I promise there is no sound coming out of the TV or the controller. This is entirely just a haptic feedback, the vibration that the player will essentially feel. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about today was the adaptive triggers on the DualSense. Now, it's not something that isn't shown on Astro. In fact, Astro does it really well. But Astro's, I believe, everything is the same level of intensity, where Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War actually does a pretty decent job at showing you different levels of intensity depending on what weapon you got. So if I got the Draco, yeah, you'll see here. So I've turned off vibration on the controller, so it's you'll be able to hear the motor in the DualSense controller. So if I do that, okay, you can see that it's bouncing back, like it's actually fighting back against my finger. Obviously, when I push down, you can still hear the motor trying to reset, but it's not so strong that your finger won't be able to do it. But it does have it has quite a bit of resistance on this gun in particular. Okay. And if you were to switch to a pistol, you'll be able to hear it shoot and then reset itself. What? Listen. Okay, so if we got something a little bit more heavy like a sniper, you'll see that it's a bit more snappier. So it's harder, but once it goes through that threshold, it's just really snappy. Like that, you see? You can actually physically see it reset itself. So this is me pushing in. And now a shotgun. A bit more heavy than the sniper, but it still resets itself, you can see it. And the last two guns I'm going to check. One is a SMG, so the MP5. See that? It's much lighter. The kickback isn't as intense, but you can still see that it's trying to fight back against my finger. And now a Magnum. So again, it's going to be much more heavy than the 1911, but a bit more, I don't know, a bit more snappy, I guess. Yeah, it's a bit more like the shotgun, really, where it's just trying to reset itself. Or I should say like the sniper. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not so hard that it affects like gameplay. So obviously with the aim down sight, it is a bit more heavier depending on which gun you use. So this is a Magnum, so relatively light gun. But if I was to switch to like the sniper, bit more heavier, bit more resistance on the trigger. So it can have an effect on gameplay, but I mean, not really. Maybe if you're quick scoping, it might have an issue. Maybe yeah, I think if you're quick scoping, you'll have an issue, but other than that, it's not a huge issue. If actually, it just makes the game a bit more immersive, in my opinion. But I can't see a lot of people using these in more competitive games. Single player, zombies, more casual games, it's pretty decent. One thing I do though, if I don't mind not being completely cracked in the game, I'll have it on. So then when I turn it off, it's just my fingers are like, I'm expecting the resistance, but like when I'm playing, then it will, I don't know. I think it's like sort of like finger training. Yeah. But yeah, that's there. So yeah, those are the adaptive resistive triggers. Okay, So before we quit it, before we end it, we'll do one more thing. So this is Spider-Man Miles Morales on the PS5. So same map, same everything. I'm not even gonna have a time. You're gonna see how quick this is, okay? So 3, 2, 1. Okay, wait, hold on. 3, 2, 1. There we go. That was real time. That is how long it takes for Spider-Man Miles Morales, which is the same map as the Spider-Man on the PS4 game, to boot up on a PS5 when it's PS5 enhanced. So yeah, if you want to see how long it takes to boot into another part of the map, you can see it right here. Look, see, and there we go. Alright, my guys, so that's it for today. We looked at the speed of the PlayStation, and then we looked at the resistive triggers on the controller. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, support the cause, support the streets, support big prayers, and in a bit, guys, safe. That was moist. I'm never doing that ever again.